What's going on? What's going on? It's your boy God by 2009. Got another one for y'all today. Let's see. Y'all make sure y'all follow me at Godbody_2009 on Instagram. I appreciate y'all coming in. Oh, okay, okay. I hope you don't have too much longer. I don't want you to be, having to sneak and do anything. But make sure y'all like it, y'all into the chat. I'm gonna be hitting y'all with some different videos. I know I was gonna hit y'all with this yesterday, but it was a storm, on and off storm yesterday, so it kind of messed me up on that one. But I'm gonna make up for it and hit y'all with it today. Make sure y'all like it, y'all into the chat room. Definitely feel free to comment in the chat room. And this one's gonna be different because you know, um, I'm always thinking about deeper topics, and I wanted to hit y'all with something today, a little different. I try to be a little patient today and let the algorithm, get the notifications out. So hopefully, a lot more of y'all are able to tune in. But one thing you got to understand, as you dealing with us, whether dating, you know, just friends, or you just might be a Scorpio, just want to understand more. I try to, get more of an interpretation about, different pieces of yourself that you already know about. So I hope y'all enjoy this. Let me see. Hey, let me see which one of you is. Hey, Phelan. How you doing? Hey, Miss Emerald Goddess. I appreciate you coming in. One thing you gotta understand when it comes to the Scorpio man is, we are very, very loving, individuals, but at the same time, you know, it's different pieces of us that we don't really show too much because it's a lot of times misinterpreted. A lot of times it'll be looked at as, not taken seriously, looked at. Y'all excuse me, I'm trying to adjust this a little bit. Trying to see which light I'd rather use. Sometimes, a lot of us might not be taking this seriously. So a lot of times we keep this piece of ourselves, very silently. But, a lot of times a Scorpio, is going to have a darker side. It's going to have a deeper side. We keep everything stored in, from an early age because we are individuals that really learn our environment. We really live and learn our environment. A lot of people, it's cool, but a lot of people look at it from, another person's life. They look at it from some type of television or something like that. Or they read about it. Or they have different experiences from a third person type of lifestyle. But a Scorpio man, it's not like that with us. We have to walk the walk and talk the talk. You know, I hope y'all don't mind me being so transparent and making videos like this. So I'm just gonna do this for y'all. Um, we have to walk, like I tell y'all all the time. We have to walk the green grass alone. Like a Scorpio, we can't. We're not the type of individual that get to just learn it from a lighter standpoint. The Scorpio is an individual that experience a lot of harsh a lot of vivid, real, wild, crazy experiences from an early age. We take in everything and soak it in. You know what I'm saying? It's not just the point of experiencing things, because a lot of people experience things, but we seem to experience the most darker points and realizations of life that a lot of people don't get to understand until they're a lot older, or they have a lot more experience as an adult. You know, Scorpio is a sign of darkness because we do experience a lot of tragedies. We do experience a lot of losses of dear loved ones, and just seeing people we don't even know just depart from this life. We see a lot of harsh things, and you know a lot of the darker sides of people, a lot of the darker sides of experience in life, even from a child standpoint. You know what I mean? And when I think about the stuff that I had to experience, even from an early age, I'm like that's crazy. Like if I picture like a little child being 13, 12 years old, 11 years old, doing the stuff I was doing, even at 18 years old, it would scare me. You know what I'm saying? If I had a child that would do have to experience the stuff I experienced, and a lot of Scorpio men, they experience the same things or even worse than me. And this is why a lot of them become dark. Everybody don't have that point of release. You know what I'm saying? That point of finding their high vibration, and what took for me to find that, and what might help a lot of other Scorpios, a lot of other people in general. You don't even have to just be a Scorpio. You might be going through it. A lot of Scorpios go through this harsh period, and we inhale and soak in our environment, everything that Scorpio man's experienced. We take it and we experience it, and we take it in silence. We're not these type of people that really, unfortunately, we don't really articulate pain very well. We don't really look for a shoulder to cry on. We don't really talk about it. We don't really open up about our experiences until we find, like I tell you all the time, until the Scorpio man finds his gift, finds his calling, finds his purpose, finds his art, whether it's being a writer, being a bodybuilder, being a singer, being a technician, being a executive CEO of a company that he owns. A Scorpio, us as Scorpio men, Scorpio women also, it has to be something that he takes to exercise his pain, exercise the more wicked sides of the stuff that he experiences. We have to find a way to really exercise, like people say, exercise these wicked, jinx or hinks that ride us, from it seems like it ride a lot of Scorpios from the day that we are born. A lot of Scorpios endure a lot of pain and a lot of harsh, stuff. Some of them become very, very, it makes them very harsh, but it's not because they are mean people. You could trust them. Once you know it, we'll love you to the end of time. Even if people don't understand us, we are very loving. But a lot of times we come off and react to things very violently, very crazy when it comes to being challenged by other males, and when it comes to dealing with our relationship with females, we just completely shut down, and we alienate the whole situation because we're used to hoarding in our pain. We're used to not really whining about it. It's not really whining about it, but that's how most Scorpios will look at it. We don't really whine about the dark stuff and the wicked stuff of life. We don't really whine. We don't really talk about, oh, I lost my uncle, I lost my sister, I lost my friend to a murder. I lost this friend to another murder. I lost this friend because he got kidnapped. Like, how can you articulate to the average individual? They don't understand that type of stuff. That's the type of stuff they see on TV. That's the type of stuff they see on 48 Hours. They don't understand that type of lifestyle. They don't understand having the until it really hits their door. A lot of people experience it, but they don't experience it until they're adult. They might lose their brother. They might lose somebody that's close or a friend to something different. Like Scorpios have to understand this realization a lot at an early age. That's why a lot of times they call us the sign of darkness or the sign of tragedy or the dark sign, because we experience a lot of people leaving us in this life in big groups. You know how you might lose one person and it's like devastating, but Scorpio, we lose multiple people back to back to back to back to back to back to back, and it can literally make a lot of Scorpios become almost desensitized to expression, desensitized to really clinging to strong relationships, because kind of in our heart, kind of like subconsciously, a lot of Scorpios will probably see it like it's not what is the reason for me to pour out myself. We live in such a temporary lifestyle. That's why I tell you, like, a lot of Scorpios are like old men, because we experience losses and tragedies and experience real crazy dark experiences in enormous quantities at an early age, and that's why a lot of Scorpios become so mature, because we experience stuff that 48-year-old people don't even experience at 13 years old, at 8 years old. You know what I'm saying? I wish I could go into it and be more transparent about y'all, but I don't want to make this seem like I'm just trying to make it just super dark. Now, I'm really trying to just force a story. I hope y'all really understand that. You know what I'm saying? That if y'all don't like these darker videos, you just let me know. If it's whack, just let me know it's whack. You know what I'm saying? Because I always ask for y'all brutal honesty. Um, a lot of us become very guarded and very harsh at an early age. It becomes, it might seem crazy to other people, it might seem wild to other people, but it becomes our guiding light in order to survive. You know what I'm saying? Against some of the most treacherous, most dangerous individuals coming up, or growing up, or throughout childhood, throughout adolescence, because we live in a different age now, and I'm coming up from Scorpios more around my age, so this video might become, it's going to be kind of biased, because I did come up at a different era. So this is definitely for Scorpios that's around my age, in their late 20s, their 30s and 40s, because they can understand what I'm talking about. So I hope y'all y'all enjoy this video. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button, like I always tell y'all. You know, I appreciate the support. I love y'all. Make sure you comment, all that good stuff. You know, if you want to donate, show that love to my PayPal link. You know, I really appreciate all the love and support. If you want to, you know, comment, and, you know, make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're new. You know, thank you to all the new supporters. You know, of course, you know, make sure y'all uh, definitely chime in, and definitely, you know, give your feedback. Cause this, I'm gonna go as deep as I can, and I'm gonna try to be as real as I can, cause I've been holding this video back for a long time, cause it's very transparent and it's very deep, not just for me, but for other individuals. I feel like I'm telling other people's business. It'd be like, you know, if I tell you this video, don't just be going in the Scorpio face like, I know what's wrong with you. I understand, because he's not gonna take it like, oh, you understand? No, he gonna be like, what the hell you think you understand? You don't know nothing. So please don't throw this video in no Scorpio's face, because he might become pissed off. He might get really irritated. So keep it to yourself. Take it in silence. Take the understanding with humility. Don't throw it in his face like you know all his business. You like, I know why you act like that. Don't take it with understanding. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go deep for y'all. So I appreciate the love. Um, we become in the era that, you know, a lot of Scorpios around my age had to come up. You know, whatever you were, you had to be that. It wasn't no Instagram flaunting. It won't no Facebook fronting. It won't no internet flogging. Like if you said you could fight, you had to fight the best people in the neighborhood. You had to fight all the wildest maniacs in the neighborhood, even if you didn't want to. If you wanted to go to the store, you might have to deal with terrorizers and maniacs just going down the street because you couldn't Uber yourself everywhere back in times. You had to be out there. You had to experience everything. You had to see everything. You had to see. You might see somebody in life or death situations. You might see somebody getting robbed. You might see somebody getting killed. And these are the stuff that a lot of Scorpios from my era, especially from the 80s and 90s, we experienced this stuff and we seen this stuff. We lived this stuff. We didn't see it from no Instagram. You see what I'm saying? We live that stuff. That's why a lot of stuff, a lot of women come to Scorpio man with, he not really patient with. He not really looking at it in the seriousness that you want to see because you go into a man that experienced death in multitudes. You seen a person that seen wickedness around him like every day. That was normality. Dealing with wicked people, that was every day for a lot of Scorpios. That's normal. That's that's all we get to deal with is maniacs. You know, the darker people that you might be like, oh, that is so evil. Like Scorpio, we look at it like that dude is a clown. If he had to go against 10 other maniacs, he wouldn't make it. We look at stuff differently. We don't look at stuff like normal people because we don't get to live that normal lifestyle. I have a normal upbringing, experience stuff in a normal way. A lot of Scorpios see the extremes in the most darkest ways, in the most traumatic ways. And that's why a lot of Scorpios react a certain way because our lifestyle is not your lifestyle. Our lifestyle is not your ex-boyfriend's lifestyle. A Scorpio has more experience as an 18-year-old than most men have at 50 years old because of the stuff he experienced, not because he's just this older acting person. Nah, that don't have nothing to do with it. You can act old as you want, but that don't give you wisdom. You can be knowledgeable of older stuff, but that don't make you an old soul. It's because he experienced stuff people experienced in the 70s. He experienced wild stuff people experienced in the 1960s. We seen it and lived it. We got to inhale it and touch it and feel it. I couldn't read about some, hitting that concrete and splitting your face. I had to really, you had to experience it. Scorpio is like a lot of Scorpio people. We have to see the stuff and feel it. That's why a lot of Scorpios are such good storytellers and such good healers when we get in our high vibration, when we find our calling, when we find our gift, because we've been through enough pain and trauma and wild stuff for us to give somebody a way out that's experiencing the same thing, that's going through the same thing, that has have to walk a certain dark road, because every dark road that you could ever experience, we done already seen it, we done already lived it, we done already done it. Everything from being, I'm just being transparent with y'all. I'm just being real with y'all, right now. So y'all let me know if I can be real with y'all. Give me a heart or something. If I can be like, serious with y'all in this video, y'all let me know. Because everybody ain't ready for, deeper, darker topics. So y'all let me know if y'all want to hear it. I'm gonna wait for y'all to comment, see what y'all say. Hey Spirit Reads. Hey Tony L. Harris. Hey Ela Young. Y'all let me know. Hey Jay Bird. Hey Dina. Y'all let me know if y'all want to hear it. Thank you so much for all the love. I appreciate seeing y'all. Make sure you like all that good stuff. I just want to let y'all make sure y'all want to hear it. Y'all let me know. Now I appreciate those who already showed their support and like and all that good stuff. Um, uh, This is this is uh like a lot of stuff I deal with, and a lot of Scorpios deal with relentless, brutal harshness because that's the way we became leaders. That's the way we became love. That's the way we gained our sanity in a chaotic situation. When you surrounded by, you know, wild people, psychopaths, maniacs, stuff that you read about is the stuff that your Scorpio man most likely had to experience. Stuff that you look at people faking on television is the stuff that we had to walk past going down the street. A lot of Scorpios don't even really watch television because most of us we are able to enact and bring that into a reality because we experienced and are seeing it firsthand. A lot of Scorpios are not impressed with tough guys, uh, hard heads, maniacs because they are a dime a dozen. When you live a life of a real full blown Scorpio, a maniac and a psychopath is a dime a dozen. You really realize, you come to that realization. A cornball is a dime a dozen. You know, a weird situation is a dime a dozen. The stuff that make people cry and bust out, literally falling on the floor, passing out. That's the stuff your Scorpio will literally look at and not even blink at. He won't even really react to it because he's already to the point where he's seen it a million times where it's become, oh, I seen it going up, it's going down. I don't know. They might be making it hard for some people to get in, but I hope y'all able to get in, and I love y'all. I see y'all trying to get up in here, and I appreciate those who are, doing their best. Let me make sure everything going through good. And those that are in here, make sure like I always tell y'all, if you want to follow me on Instagram, make sure you follow me at Godbody_2009. I love y'all. I was gonna be like, I don't know, you know what I'm saying, because it was stormy yesterday. It was doing all types of stuff, and so it was trying to prevent me from doing this little video. So I had to be a little patient. So I wanted to, make sure I do this for y'all. And if my moderators have my little number, y'all let me know. Y'all please post it for me. I think I got it. But if y'all can, if you want to reach out to me behind the scenes, make sure y'all reach out to me at 312-526-6350. 312. I'm gonna say it like a little commercial. I'm gonna say it very politically correct for everybody to understand. 312-526-6350. Call now. Sometimes you got to be professional. So I appreciate the love and support. One thing about Scorpios, we see a lot of stuff early. It makes it harder for a Scorpio to be. We don't mean to come off cold at times. We don't mean to come off mean or unaffectionate sometimes, but a lot of times Scorpios have seen the extremes where empathy wasn't available, where only survival was available, only the strongest, the fittest of the. A lot of Scorpios, only the fittest of the fit was able to enjoy life, have any type of normal life. A lot of Scorpios experience vivid, darkest ways, so it makes it harder for us to be expressive. It makes it harder for us to be, outwardly. We show it's weird, but a lot of Scorpios will show emotions when it's nobody around, when there's nobody really there. We're not good at sharing pain as far as just being, just breaking down and releasing. A lot of Scorpios not good at just releasing and just, shedding that tear or just opening up to somebody. A lot of Scorpios will take pain, settle for pain in silence. And that's why a lot of Scorpio men will lash out. They become very harsh and very cold because it seems like that, but a lot of us, we try to look to be more of the person that bears the pain, that helps the person through the pain, that show you, you know, you can make it through the pain. Um, the Scorpio is more like a. That's why I tell you, a lot of Scorpios have the personality of a bodyguard, some type of, you know, soldier, because the stuff we experience heads on, it makes us like a lot of Scorpio men like an old man. It makes a lot of us like a elderly person because of dark, hard experience. There's no better teacher in this life than reality of real life. You know, art only imitates life. So if you live life, you already understand art, because art imitates life, as far as films, as far as writing, as far as singing, as far as creating. You're only singing from the soul. You're only creating from experiences of real life. So a lot of Scorpios experience stuff heads on. I see y'all up in here. What's going on, y'all? Y'all don't have to, and I know this is a deeper video, so please don't just get quiet. Don't really, I know y'all just listening, but you know, you can still have fun. You can still be fun. You can still be yourself and still be open to the video. You don't have to be so quiet. I wanted y'all to still have fun, and you know what I mean? I'm doing the video for y'all, so I still want y'all to enjoy it, you know. And y'all make sure y'all watch the last video too. I'm taking my time because y'all, I want to make sure y'all watching these videos. Don't just be working God body to get deaf. Make sure y'all watch and support these videos. I love y'all, but make sure y'all support. Um, that's why a lot, it's I seen it's harder for me to be like, to show a softness. A Scorpio has more of a masculine harshness because we are used to having to be the tougher person, having to be the person to hold strong, you know, the person to stay strong. You know what I mean? Even going up to my sister, you know, burying my sister, I had a face of a warrior at 11 years old because I still have my mother, I still got my sisters I gotta be tough for. If I'm breaking down, then they gonna break down. But I broke down a lot by myself. I kept a lot of the pain internally to myself. You know, those of you that's been around my channel, y'all know I lost quite a few people. Y'all see me do videos a couple of years ago, you know what I'm saying, bringing a closure to a lot of my pain. And I did a video on it. You know, a lot of Scorpios, they have to find closure. I had to find closure in order for me to bury a lot of the demons and the darker, lower vibration pieces of myself. I had to let it go because I had to understand that, you know, it's a part of life, and either I can take it negatively or I can take it as a burden and make life hard for people around me, make life hard for myself. I can take it and move on. I can be a different individual. I can be a positive individual. I can use the wicked, wild stuff I experienced, the sadness, the darker depression, all that stuff, in order to save somebody else's life from experiencing the stuff I had to experience. And that's a very hard pill for a lot of people. It's not an easy pill to swallow. It's not an easy realization to come back. So it's not something that you can explain to somebody and they can understand. I had to really uh, experience firsthand and go through agonizing pain and go through points of alienation of where I did nothing but fast, where I did nothing but, I literally had to do a self exorcism. Like it sound, I'm laughing because it sound crazy. It might sound crazy to the average individual, but I literally had to do like a self exorcism in my early 20s in order for me to stop being the average Scorpio, in order for me to stop being the normal Scorpio, quote unquote stereotypical Scorpio. I had to literally separate myself from everything that I once was. I had to stop being everything that I once was. The music that I listened to, I literally had to stop everything. Like a lot of Scorpio, that's a hard thing to do. It's not easy. It'll literally have you going through it. You know what I'm saying? it could be even a TV show. Just stop watching TV. Take the TV out your house. Take them flat screens out your house. You might realize, you might think you crazy. You might think you're going crazy because you don't realize how hooked that you are. You don't realize, what type of individual that you are. And that's what a lot of Scorpios hate to do, is really take that time to isolate themselves from everything, to back away from the lower vibrations that they once hung with, people, stuff that they once did. They want to hang on to that because being high vibrational, being positive, don't get you an enormous posse when you're a young man, especially when you're young, and a lot of your comrades or friends, they might be immature. I hope y'all like this video because I know everybody don't like the deep stuff, so I can't stay the whole live because but I appreciate you coming in. Hey Jay Bird, I appreciate everybody that's in here. I was kind of apprehensive to do this video, so it's only up to y'all, and just like I always do, I'm gonna still keep it up, you know what I mean, because I know it's still a certain part of the day, but I wanted to do something real quick for y'all, so y'all let me know if y'all enjoying this, this different, so y'all let me know if y'all enjoying it. Um, being a certain individual, I had to, a lot of Scorpios will become, we just really like get sick. A lot of Scorpios will get sick of a lot of stuff. A lot of Scorpios will separate their stuff from a lot of stuff. A lot of Scorpios will be intolerant of a lot of stuff because of stuff they experience, of stuff that they seen, of stuff that they a lot of people don't get. Hey mate, honey, I be crying real tears listening to you. Don't be crying. Oh my goodness. Where you from, real honey? I really appreciate all of y'all. Thank you for watching. Um, a lot of Scorpios um, really don't. We really don't find it. It's no easy road to be who we are. And a lot of Scorpios, they attach to people because it's easier to blend in a negative low vibration because you have people around you. Oh, hey, much love to California. You have people around you. You have people that's on your that that are more, that understand where you coming from. You have more people around you that's easier to relate to when you're on a low vibration. So a lot of Scorpios, they stay in a negative mindset. We stay in a dark mindset. Like me personally, I stayed in that mindset for a long time because it was easier to relate to a lot of other people. It was easier to keep a lot of friends when you in a low vibration. When you in a negative type of mindset, it's easier to keep a lot of people rotating around you. So, you know, that's why you see me like y'all ask like, God buddy, like how you know, like how you are able to do videos and stuff like that. A lot of Scorpios older than me are not able to do that. Do certain stuff I do, not because I'm better than anybody. It's because I was able to release that person that I used to be. I was able to really, isolate myself. A Scorpio, he has to go through that real deep isolation period where he really finds himself, because a Scorpio that really don't understand himself, that really don't, um, enjoy this life that he living. That's a dark person. He's gonna be a dark individual. She gonna be a dark individual if they don't really have a original organic purpose in this lifetime, not just chasing a penny, not really building a legacy, really making a change, really affecting people, really articulating their real gift, their God-given gift. That's when the Scorpio will become the full-blown individual that he or she is. Until a Scorpio finds their purpose or their drive or their gift, they will go into a circle of dark tunnels. And it's like, I'm gonna give you a metaphor because y'all know I'm like an old man. Like I told you, I'm like an old man, so y'all know I'm good at giving metaphors, and I'm gonna try to make you understand this. and y'all make it's and they I don't know. I hope y'all like this video. Yeah, I see people coming in. I don't know. I'm getting I don't know what's going on here. Yeah, if y'all in here with me, I end it. If y'all want to hear it, I end it. Cause I only see a couple of y'all in here, so y'all let me know. I don't know who up in here. Maybe because sometimes it look like that, but it's not really like that. But I just want to make sure y'all are in here, cause I know people gonna come watch it anyway. You don't tell no lie, so. But I'm gonna still continue because I know people gonna come in like they always do. You know, as the Scorpio man, we a lot of Scorpio men spiral out of control because of the journey and the route they're going in their journey. It's not because of the lack of energy they put in their journey or their life or whatever he's doing or whatever relationship he's in or whatever he's doing. It's the way that he's doing it. It's like it's like trailing. Like I had to tell somebody, when you a person and you visualize darkness and you don't know anything but darkness, you it's like traveling through the thick dark woods with a blindfold on. You ramming into trees, you hitting into you going into holes, you falling over cliffs, you going through this complete road of nowhere, of nothingness. You see what I'm saying? And a lot of Scorpios go through that because they never get out that dark tunnel. Once you stuck in that dark tunnel, and you don't want to cut on that dark tunnel, you're gonna remain in the wilderness. You're gonna remain in darkness. Just like what DMX says, like when you surrounded by that, you don't know who is who. Everybody has a certain mask. Everybody will look the same because you living in darkness. Everybody becomes identical. That's why you see a lot of Scorpios hang around weirdos and dark people and people that you know that he is better than, people that you know that he's not supposed to be hanging out with, people that you know he not even supposed to be affiliating himself with, is because everybody looks like your friend. When you have a blindfold on, everybody looks like your best buddy. Everybody looks like a friend when you live in it, when you completely blind, spiritually blind, visually blind. So when you tell that Scorpio certain things, he sees what you saying, but he don't see what you saying. You know what I'm saying? Because he has that he's spiritually blindfolded. That snake in the grass friend of his looks like a dove in his eyes because he has a spiritual blindfold. He hasn't went through his journey yet. He hasn't got to his high vibration yet. He's still on the lizard level. So when you on the lizard level, you still sliding on your stomach. The snake becomes your friend. The frog becomes your friend. The rats become your friends. You see what I'm saying? The reptilians become your friends because they slither on their stomach too. They don't fly. They don't go nowhere. They don't reach no goals. They stay in a lower vibration, sliding on their stomach in darkness, in the swamps, in the sewers, in the lower vibration areas. You can't tell the difference because you live. That's how that Scorpio living. But when that light cut on, and that Scorpio is like a lantern. It's like being able to, see in the darkest hole, in the darkest tunnel. He's gonna move with way faster pace. He's gonna have a way happier outlook. It's just like sitting in a dark room. Everybody gonna look sad. Everybody gonna look weird. Everybody gonna feel weird. Imagine you just walking in a public place and everybody just cut the lights off. You gonna feel weird. You gonna feel out of place. You gonna feel dark. Nobody gonna be really talking like that. It's just gonna be you. You gonna be on tense because you don't know who to trust. You walking in the darkness. Somebody could be stabbing you in your back. So you gonna be on point because you can't see that they are friends because you living in darkness. They look like an enemy. They look like they coming to kill you because you surrounded in darkness. Nobody's your friend when you surrounded in darkness, even when they are your friends, because you don't know, they could become your enemy and rip your back open because you surrounded in complete darkness. It's pitch black dark. You don't know what they're gonna do. They are capable of doing anything, and that's why a lot of Scorpios are unnecessarily paranoid, unnecessarily vindictive, unnecessarily mean, because when you living in darkness, everybody look like an enemy. When you living in a dark environment, everybody look mean. Everything look bad. Everything is a failure because you living in the dark. You living in darkness. You have a dark outlook. That's why a lot of Scorpios are the way they are, because they spiritually are in a dark tunnel. They are spiritually in a dark place. He have a 3-story mansion and be as dark as he could be because of what he experienced or how he grew up. Especially if he like a Scorpio like me that came up in the city. I came up in crazy environments in the 80s and 90s. A lot of Scorpio, like, oh, he becomes, if he's not surrounded in the right vibration, he is not going to be in a good state of mind. He is not going to be in a place of mind to be normal. It's hard to be normal when you had to live a life of a 80-year-old man, 90-year-old man, and you only 40 years old, you only 50 years old, but you feel like you 90 because you live and experience everything. By the time I was 21, the stuff my friends were doing seemed like stuff children did. They starting to like, yeah, I'm turning up. We gonna turn up. We gonna get this bottle. We turning up. We gonna do this. We gonna go. Like, I'm like, I did that stuff when I was 13. Damn. Oh, we gonna get a little. We gonna get a little. We gonna get bent, man. We gonna party up. We gonna live it up. You know, we gonna fire it down, man. We gonna burn one down, man. I'm like, man, I done that as a youth. That stuff is I'm like, I'm a grown man. What fun can I have doing stuff I did 10 years ago? Doing stuff I did 15 years ago. A lot of Scorpios, unfortunately, the what's the word? What's the right saying for it? For a lot of Scorpios, the cat's already been out the bag years ago. The experiences that most individuals experience once they are adults or once they reach a certain age, Scorpio unfortunately were forced or had to experience stuff way before you really supposed to experience that. That's why a lot of Scorpios will look at stuff completely different. Y'all coming up in here deep. I don't know what's going on. Some of them it might be too deep for y'all. What's going on with y'all? What's with the lights? Cause when I stop telling y'all the light, that's when everybody start getting all weird. People come in here deep, but they sit and y'all sit here. That's the crazy part. But y'all don't hit the like button. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all hit that support. Show that support. You know, like I tell y'all all the time, I ain't gonna take too long and take forever be doing this joint. I'm gonna do it like I always do. But y'all let me know if y'all still in here. Let me know if you're enjoying the video. I love y'all. I appreciate all the support. And I thank y'all for coming in. Got all this mess trying to keep jumping in my face. I appreciate y'all coming in. You know, make sure y'all like and make sure y'all follow me at Godbody_2009. If y'all enjoying the video, let me know. Thank you for coming in. Try to make sure y'all can, because sometimes I know it be crazy how my visuals be, so I try to make sure y'all can get a good look. Be like, Godbody, I thought you was 4 feet tall. You were tall. I like, I gotta surprise you. I'm Scorpio. I gotta surprise y'all. Let y'all think I'm real short. But y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. I appreciate it. You know, one thing about the Scorpio, like, that's why a lot of us are able to be connected in deep when it comes to the deep relationships, when it comes to being with a lot more mature women, being with a lot women that have a deeper, um, more passionate mindset, a more mature mindset, a very eccentric mindset, very strong personality, women with different sides that most men can't really handle is because that Scorpio has the experience of an older man. That Scorpio, he has the skin. You know how they say you got the tough skin. We have the skin to deal with a more bolder woman, a more stronger woman, a more fiery, passionate woman, a very different woman. We're able to deal with them because of our experiences. You know, dealing with her is nothing. You know, dealing with her crazy, her wild sides is nothing because a lot of Scorpios we had to walk those roads in way more extreme ways. So a lot of times you be like, the woman should get mad with a lot of Scorpio. A lot of women get mad at us, be like, "He don't love me. You not sensitive. You not affectionate. You just a, like a lot of women. Y'all know how y'all talk to us when y'all get pissed. You be like, you don't love me. You hate me. You just so evil. Why are you so? You know you have said." If you went through the Scorpio, you know you said that before. You're such an evil, negative person. And we just give y'all that look like leave me to like why the fuck can't you just leave me alone? Why can't you just leave me in my silence and let me just be silent and let me just soak everything in? Y'all be like, why did he have to be so negative? Y'all tell her you so mean and evil and crazy. You a beautiful person, but you just y'all get nasty, y'all get real pissy because you know what I'm saying. But we don't mean no harm by it. We don't mean to be harsh by it. We are like old men sometimes because of our experiences. You know what I'm saying? Because the stuff we endure. That's why you see that piercing look in a lot of our eyes because you know they say uh, the eyes are the mirror to the soul, and our soul goes very deep. Our soul goes very intense. You know what I'm saying? Our soul goes, very in depth because the stuff we seen, the stuff we um, experienced, the pain a lot of Scorpios have to endure, and we endure it in darker tones at times. You know, I had my period like where I went through a lot of dark stuff, but I wouldn't be able to talk to the youngsters and talk to the young boys if I was just some regular guy. If I was Todd or Jerry or somebody, or you know what I'm saying? No offense, but I couldn't be who I am. I couldn't be God by 2009 if I lived somebody else's shoes, if I had the easier road. And a lot of Scorpios have to understand that that's what makes us stand out. Our pain is what makes us stand out. The darker sides of us is what makes us stand out to women. If we were just this ball of superficial energy, we wouldn't attract the people that we attract. We wouldn't have the relationships that we have. We wouldn't have the people that we have around us. We wouldn't have the charisma or the energy or the wisdom. You know what I'm saying? A lot of Scorpios have to understand that we have the key that a lot of people need in order to move on. A lot of Scorpios are motivational speakers, writers, singers, rappers, engineers, producers, because we put everything into what we do because we experience a lot, and that's what makes the best creators is the pain that you experience, the dark roads that you have to walk is what make a lot of Scorpios who they are. Because if we just had this easy, happy, marshmallow road to walk, I wouldn't draw in the ladies that I draw into my channel because I just look like the average goofy that's talking about, I would just look like the average bozo that just talking about stuff on YouTube and you have to turn your volume up and you can't hear what the fuck I'm saying. I'm so extra. You probably have to turn up your volume to 30 and you wouldn't be able to hear nothing that I'm saying like most people. I'm so I have to be honest. I'm so transparent and I'm such an ass sometimes. I'm sorry. I'm just very honest because you have to cut on people volume all the way up to hear most people videos unless it's a music video. But a lot of times when it comes to Scorpios, like we're very real and we're very brass, not because we mean we hate. It's that we're very serious because a lot of people don't make it through those experiences. A lot of people don't make it over those same mountains. A lot of people don't survive. We are like the survivors. We are like the last of the dinosaurs. You know what I'm saying? That's a better metaphor of saying that Scorpio man, finding the Scorpio man is like finding the last of the dinosaurs. He's a different type of person. He's a different type of person that you will ever meet in your life because of the stuff that he's seen, the stuff that he's learned, the stuff that he survived, made him different than the rest of the men that you ever will be with, that you will ever have sex with, that you will ever love, that you will ever argue with, that you will ever get an attitude with. You will never feel the same way about anybody as that Scorpio will make you feel. He will make you feel the strongest feelings that you would never thought you would ever feel about anybody because your love and your passion, your anger, your attraction to him goes deeper than any shallow individual, any regular individual, any mediocre individual is because the extremes that we experience, the crazy stuff that we experience, when we finally find a beautiful woman, or a sexy woman, or a loving woman, we pour a lot of deep energy into it because we experience a depth of loneliness. We experience a depth of pain that people don't never, only a few minority individuals really experience in this lifetime. We experience it at an early age. Like the stuff that you experience, that the man that's divorced 3 times, or lost this person, or became, I experienced that before I hit my 20s. Like I had to really inhale that. I really had to feel that experience. I really had to feel that sting myself. And that's what makes a lot of Scorpios tough because he's a surviving individual. It makes some of them might be arrogant about it. Some of them might be harsh about it. Some of them might take it in just harsh silentness. Some Scorpios, they'll just take everything with harsh silence. I used to be that Scorpio that was like harsh silence was the name of my game. Like I didn't articulate myself. I didn't really express myself. I didn't talk. I didn't really express myself to my girlfriends. I didn't really open up. I didn't show my best sides to myself. I didn't want to listen to R&B around my boys. I want to listen to demonic death metal. I used to listen to death metal. I used to drink alcohol out the bottle. I used to fight. I used to be crazy. I used to be out of control. And this was the silent me. This was the haircut with the waves, the schoolboy looking individual. This the other side of the Scorpio that a lot of people don't understand. Like I look like a person that you could literally throw into you like he looks like a regular schoolboy. He looks like a regular like I cut my hair and have my waves and have short hair. You wouldn't even think I experienced any of the stuff I experienced. The hair might give me away a little bit. They'd be like, oh, he's a different. Oh wow, he's one of those. And stay away from him, honey. Stay away from him. You know what I'm saying? Stay close to me, honey. Don't look at him. They treat me like a foreign animal. Don't look at him. Don't give him any eye contact. Don't you see those things swinging from his head? Don't look at him. You know what I'm saying? Because we have a certain way. You know what I'm saying? People will judge the Scorpio by an image or a stereotype or how he seems, I'm giving y'all a deeper token. Like, hey, Clara, I swear you be so on point. I hope y'all enjoy this because this is a different video. I never really got to do for y'all. So I hope y'all enjoy this. I'm definitely got fun videos and passionate videos for y'all, but I did a joint like that kind of yesterday, so I want y'all to be able to enjoy these. I've been dropping a bunch of videos, so I had to tell my friend because she put in a request. If y'all want me to do a video tonight, I can do that for y'all. All I can do is ask y'all to do is comment if you watch this video during the day or whatever, an hour from now or 2 hours from now. Make sure you comment and let me know if you're ready for a night video. Let me know and just comment it on my comment section, so I know that y'all ready for it, because I've been dropping a lot of content for y'all. So let me know if y'all ready for it. Um, a lot of Scorpios, we become I became like I know this. I'm not the only Scorpio like this, but and y'all make sure y'all like. I see y'all in here. And thank you for the love. I became bored. A lot of Scorpios become bored because he lived the life of an old man. He becomes bored. He becomes agitated. He becomes desensitized. He becomes very sad to life. He has to find something to grasp onto. He has to find multiple venues to exercise his gifts and his wisdom, because for a person to have this much energy and have experienced this much, it's a waste to not use it. He's experienced so much. A lot of Scorpios will become bored. They'll become irritated. They'll become complacent because he's seen it all. He's done it all. He has to have something to exercise this. He has to have something to really, really go for. Because if a Scorpio don't really have nothing to go for and really put all this passion into, put all this knowledge into, put all that love into, he becomes all that will become very dark. It will start to retract and become very dark energy. It will start to become very mean energy, very resentful energy, because it feel like it's like it's like it's like a burning flame literally going out that had the potential to be a Olympic flame, but literally, was wasted. You know what I'm saying? Literally just blown in the wind. It's the saddest thing you could ever see. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's literally going to waste. So a lot of Scorpios, they become very they take that extreme passionate energy, instead of putting into love, into ambition, into business, into relationships, they put it into uh, self-destructive behavior, violent behavior, resentful behavior, toxic behavior. You know what I'm saying? It retracts back because they don't have nothing to put all that extreme passion into. They don't have nothing to really reach for to put that to. And when Scorpios don't really have that stuff to really aggressively throw themselves into, they become a different individual. They're not the same person. Like, you can look at me from my older videos. I don't look like the same God body you seen from 2019. I don't look like the same God body you seen from 2018. Because a Scorpio that's evolving, we grow and we evolve in dog years. Not as far as looking old or looking rough, but as far as growing and evolving in enormous quantities where you don't even recognize him no more, because he done evolved so much and so fast. In the same way he can evolve, he can dissolve, almost like something breaking to pieces, if he don't have something to really love, or have somebody to really connect with, or have something to really look forward to. He's not the same person. So when you see a Scorpio that's not really driven, or not really having something to really throw himself to, or have something to really, be passionate about, that's when you'll see the darker sides, or when you'll see the more agitated sides, when you see the more impatient sides of himself. You know what I mean? Because if he's just doing the average thing, that's not what he wants to do. If he's just moving in the same average patterns, that's not what he really wants to do. And especially if you see that he's agitated doing these patterns, and you be like, he got a good job, he got good money, he drive a nice whip every day. Every time I see him, he look like he doing good every time I see him. But you feel this dark energy, or you feel this energy of regret, or you feel this energy of depression, or you feel this energy of anger, because a lot of times that Scorpio, he don't have nothing to really put that energy, that love, that passion, that ambition that he has deep inside himself. He's not satisfied with doing his same routine, even if it's a high paying career. If that Scorpio wants to draw finger paintings, and he owns a Fortune 500 company, and he's still not able to do those finger paintings, that will be a depressed ass Scorpio. It sounds weird as hell, but that's gonna be a depressed ass Scorpio. If he can't do his freaking finger paintings on the weekends, he's gonna get depressed real fast. He's gonna become very hard to understand real fast because he don't have nothing to really throw himself and throw his who he really is. He has to be the person that he is. And I hope y'all understand this because this is an extra video. I know I've been doing a lot. Do you find some Scorpio males suffer from if they don't manage the darkness? Um, I don't really believe in. I believe in spiritual being spiritually deprived. Uh, Miss God, it is stuff that people. But when I look at it in depth, it is certain people that but most of the time you find those people early in life that's really the mental when it is at the point where you become this way when you 30 all of a sudden you suffer from this when you're 20 all of a sudden. That's spiritual depressed. I call it being spiritually deprived, being spiritually deteriorated. That's not just that's beyond a mindset. That's a spiritual block. That's a spiritual stronghold. That's not mental no more. That's spiritual. You see what I'm saying? We always talk about stuff, but life is only 10% mental. Life is 80% spiritual. We live in a spiritual realm, in the spiritual world. When you leave this earthly flesh, you're gonna go into a spiritual whatever, wherever you are, whether it's spiritual bliss or whether it's spiritual. I had to explain the lady, but people can, and that's a whole different story, But nah, I don't see it as that because you could say that about an Aquarius, you could say that about an Aries. Somebody can come and say that about you, Emerald. You know what I'm saying? And somebody could say that about your child. Somebody could say that just about anybody. Anybody could say that about anybody. But you got to look spiritually into an individual. You got it ain't just mental. So I had to break that down and tell you that, make you understand that. That's why a lot of people they be so full of full of this and full of that, trying to, put names on it. I'm just giving it to you how it is. Hey, Miss Indigo, I know the situation that you talking about, but you know that the situation that you talking about, Emerald, is more physical and spiritual because you told me the situation and that's spiritual. When a person is doing stuff and drinking heavy and doing stuff, and even if it's just drinking coffee like a damn, out of a damn bucket, it becomes uh what's the word for it, something to lean on. You know what I'm saying? It's spiritual. It's a spiritual crutch. It's not it's mental, but it's spiritual also. It's at the point you physically can't hold on, you can't go. That's spiritual. That's not just physical no more. That's not just mental, because you cannot want to do it and you still holding on to it. You know what I'm saying? It's more spiritual than anything. You see what I'm saying? And that's not always bad sometimes, but a lot of times, unfortunately, a lot of people put that energy into bad because you can have something that's good that you have to push towards, and you mentally want to be stay away from it, but your spirit knows that you got to put that energy into it. You got to put that extra effort into it. Just like with my videos, sometimes I just want to be like, man, I don't want to. Y'all know how I used to do. I deserve a video in a heartbeat. Y'all be like, God body, I don't know when you gonna do a video. You be on too many hiatus. You be having videos be lingering. Like y'all know how I used to do. Anybody that's been around my channel for a couple of years, y'all know I used to just leave videos and schedule videos and not show. Like I had to change certain patterns in my mindset. You know, how does a Scorpio fix spiritual block? Like you gotta listen what I'm saying. I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna break it down to y'all make sure y'all like all that good stuff, make sure you show that love. I appreciate all my new subscribers, all that good stuff. I appreciate y'all coming in. Make sure y'all hit that like button. I appreciate y'all, love y'all. One thing you gotta understand is a Scorpio has to go through the I call it the cocoon stage, where the Scorpio literally isolates itself and closes itself off from everything and literally subtract itself from what he once was. He literally has to go through a transformation period, and I got to do I have to do a video on that separate, but I can tell you about it a little bit in this one, but that's a whole video within itself. He has to go through the transformation period where he literally dies off. I had to literally, like, the person that you seen 5 years ago is not the person that you see now. And it's hard for a lot of Scorpios to go through that final transformation because you become so unfamiliar to what once made you popular, what once made everybody know you, what once made everybody love you. When you become this person, the old you dies off. Mama might not understand you no more. Your brother might not understand you no more. Your girlfriend might not understand you no more. You can't hang in those groups no more. You can't hang around your favorite cousin no more. You can't even hang around somebody that was your favorite uncle no more because you literally became a different individual. They would treat you not because you even want to physically back away. You could still be having a certain hold on to them, but they would treat you different automatically because you became spiritually unidentical. When a Scorpio hits that level, a lot of Scorpios can't do it because they become spiritually unidentical, and people will treat them like a stranger. People don't not gonna have that same they're not gonna look at them like they used to look at that Scorpio, and they're not gonna have that same feeling that they used to have, and that's hard for a lot of people to separate from what they once were. It's hard to become that new person. People can say what they want to. Oh, it's easy to change. Oh, it's easy to do that. It's easy if you try. Nah, it's not easy. It's hard as hell. I literally had to walk from women that dudes would literally cut their wrists off. I literally cutthroat their own brother just to be with women I literally walked away from because I wasn't going to retract backwards. It's deeper than just a mental for us as Scorpio. It's spiritual for us. If she's retracting me backwards, and what doesn't matter how sexy she is, if she's literally spiritually deteriorating me, what type of person will I be once I get out that relationship? Once I really realize, I got to save my life because this woman is destroying me. Or I got to save my life because these group of friends is destroying me. Or I got to save my life because this bad habit is destroying me. Like a Scorpio, he has to want to spiritually separate himself, and a lot of Scorpios don't want to do that because it's hard to do. It's hard to be the weirdo. It's hard to be the exception. It's hard to be a brand new person. It's easy to be the old you. It's easy to be the low vibrational you. People recognize you for who you used to be. They're not gonna recognize you for who you were becoming. And only a few people will recognize that. You know what I'm saying? In this lifetime. Y'all be enjoying these videos, so I'm not gonna worry about this and that like I usually do. No, I was talking about the younger person I know kind of had a hand in raising him. You know how to come to me with real deep stuff, Miss Emerald. You've been following me for quite a long time. You know how to get at me with real deep stuff. And like I always tell y'all make sure y'all follow me at Godbody_2009 on Instagram. If you want to reach out to me, make sure you reach out to me on my Yahoo and my Gmail. My links are in there. I love y'all and I appreciate y'all so much. Y'all, if you want to reach out to me on my hotline, like I always tell y'all, hit me up at 312-526-6350. Make sure you like and hit that thumbs up as y'all enter the chat room. If you enjoying this video, let me know. Give me a heart, give me a thumbs up. If you really liking these more deeper videos, let me know. Make sure you show that love and donate and show that support. Hit my PayPal link, which is in my link. And thank you so much. If you do that, I appreciate it. If you want to follow me also at on Facebook, follow me at the Godbody channel on Facebook. I'm gonna hit y'all. I'm gonna drill y'all with a lot of stuff, but I'm gonna let it be what it is, for right now because I know I just did a lot of videos. I I got to, I know I got to leave y'all at a certain time and let y'all soak in everything. Okay, okay. So I'm just seeing who up in here. Let me know. If I got some new people, let me know. Hey, Miss Harris, y'all Florida. One thing I can say about you, y'all Florida women, y'all from a different planet. What Florida women like island? I say y'all like women in Jamaica. Y'all from a different. It's like being in a different place. It's like the women are different. Y'all very eccentric. Y'all very different. I always knew that, but I'm noticing it more now than ever. You know what I'm saying? Y'all Florida women. I ain't gonna say just Florida women from down. I don't know. I ain't gonna put my foot in my mouth too much because y'all gonna get at me. I'm gonna be having Florida women get at me. It's not a bad thing. Y'all just different. Like they don't just have a big juicy ass. They got the big old juicy ass. You got to put the old L in it. She ain't gonna just be a regular skinny girl. She got the hips. She got the hips and the attitude. She can backflip and stand on two fingers. It's like they aliens. It's like they super. They come from another universe. They different kind of women. Like she from Florida. Oh, let me give me the healing oil. Give me the olive oil. Give me all that stuff. I got to take the pastor. I got to take the deacon. I got to take the usher boy. I got to take everybody when I go to Florida. Y'all different. Y'all like Jamaican women. Y'all different. Y'all real different. Let me see. Are you a Scorpio, man? Yes, man. Who are you, Princess Poppy? Are you from Florida? Princess Poppy, with a name like Princess Poppy, I would think you from Florida. It's the Florida water. Yeah, it's just like New Orleans, Chicago. It's just like something about the women out there. Woo, y'all something else. Nashville women, Tennessee women. I say Tennessee women as a whole. They whatever they putting in the water. They need to just stop putting. It's enough. Enough is enough. They need to just leave people alone. No, I'm from California. Okay, Poppy. I thought that's for the fellas. You say you Princess Poppy. What I thought Poppy is for the fellas. That's what them Colombian women always thought they be calling papi. They be like papa. They don't they like what son papa. I was like papa. Are you calling me some type of old man? No, that's what we call you. No, they be laughing because that's what they call their man and stuff. They be like papi, papa. I'm like papa. I ain't 90 years old yet. I know I act like an old man, but I ain't papa. I ain't damn Papa Bear. I like messing with y'all, man. I love y'all, man. I appreciate the love. And that's why I'm able to have a different type of, you know, um, outlook on life. That's why I'm able to blend in with so many different with all types of people, like as a Scorpio, because I experienced so much pain. I experienced so many stuff that will break people down, that will literally rip people apart, that will make the average person literally go crazy. Is the stuff that Scorpio literally take as a normal day. The stuff that usually will make people literally, be like bugged out is the stuff that we seen 100,000 times and we had to really deal with it. So a lot of us as Scorpio man, we have a very, very strong personality. We have a very passionate, a very unbiased way of talking to many different types of people. I could talk to my best friend, little Irish redhead man from Ireland, from a whole different walk of life. You know what I'm saying? I'm able to understand him, and just like I can talk to somebody from Brooklyn, that grew up in the high rises. I could talk to somebody that grew up in the fields of Kentucky. You see what I'm saying? It's the same way I could talk to somebody that stayed in Southern California in Compton. You know what I'm saying? I can talk to so many different types of individuals and be understood on such a diverse level. Is because of my pain. It's because of my pain. It's because of my sweat, blood, and tears that I had to shed. if you drawn to my channel and you experienced a lot, and a lot of people that watch my channel don't like too many people channels, or even if they like people, a lot of people channels, they don't support consistently like they do my channel, like because they know I'm different. But it's, and they some of them probably don't even know why. It's because of the darker roads that I had to really face. And I know I've been saying this forever, but I got to keep y'all. Sometimes you got to surprise people. But this why I got to put a lot of stuff in a book, because of the deeper, darker stories I experienced that I can't really put on just this platform. I got to release it on another platform, because I can release it on here, but I had to, what I'm saying, put it in another form of art as far as writing a book, because I experienced a lot of dark stuff that many people can relate to, from Cuban to Puerto Rican to Japanese to black, because real life is real life. Real life is always going to be real life. Real life don't have no color code. People can relate to you from all walks of life when you are transparently real with charisma, intelligence. You can relate to many people of walks of life. You can be understood on many different languages because of your experience. And that's why a lot of people will draw to Scorpios very strongly. It's because he's real. He's the real deal. When you come to a Scorpio man, he is the real deal. You will feel his genuine, strong energy, because Scorpio man is the real deal. He's not this counterfeit person. He's not this pretend person. He's not this plastic type of man. He's really that person. He's really that strong man. When we sexual, it's really deep, because when we are very sexual, when we have a sexual passion with a woman, it comes we it's and I know I'm supposed to be putting in a different video, but I'm gonna give y'all a piece. It's literally a release for us from all the pain and stuff that we hoard inside, because us as Scorpio, we hold on to everything. He holds on to his anger, his fears, his sadness, his past, his future. We really hold it in the side, in the middle of our solar plex. We really hold everything in our chest. We really hold everything very tightly. So when the Scorpio when we get very passionate or romantic with our woman, it's very strong. It's very traumatic. It's very powerful, because the sexual experience with a woman is a release of all these energies, of all this wild, fiery, uh, just, I'm trying to put in the words, passion from one person, because we put everything, all that release, all that stuff that we pent up inside of us, we release it during sexual connection with the woman. We release it during passionate moments with our partner. That's why a lot of times he's very passionate. Has a very deep connection with you, because it comes from a very, very deep part of us. It really does come from a very deep part of us, beyond just even the physical. That's why you will feel it when you really experience it with us. Y'all, and I see y'all, it's not pain, it's power. Okay. And like I tell y'all all the time, I ain't gonna keep y'all here too long, because y'all been in here with me, and y'all let me know if y'all enjoy the video. Y'all let me know. And thank you all my moderators. Make sure y'all hit the like button. If you're not subscribed already, you're a new subscriber, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you, if you want to donate, make sure you donate to the PayPal link, whatever. You can show love to the super chat. I ain't gonna be here too much longer, but that's for those who can. But let me know if y'all enjoyed the video in the chat room. If y'all still up in here, let me know if y'all enjoyed this video. I know it's way early, but let me know. If you have a chance to comment, let me know. Follow me at godbody_2009 on Instagram. I don't just tell y'all to follow me just for communication. I want y'all to be able to get the early scoop on the videos, get the early people on the videos, and be able to catch it. Let me know if y'all enjoy it. I'm just trying to give y'all a chance. Y'all let me know. Give me a heart. Give me let me know something before I get up out of here. I ain't gonna, like I told y'all, I ain't gonna keep y'all too long up in here. But let me know if you enjoyed it. It's all it's all true. Scorpios are different. Yeah, definitely. It's different places. All Scorpios can be on a positive trait, but it's very hard for a lot of us to do that. It took me some time to do it. It's still a process. It's still an everyday process, but you know, um, definitely a lot of Scorpios are different, but a lot of us have a lot of similarities. You know what I'm saying? In the way we talk, the way we how in depth we are, how serious we are, even the way we our facial expressions are the same a lot of times. A lot of Scorpios laugh at each other when we around each other. I'd be around a lot of other Scorpio men, we laugh, and you know what I'm saying, because a lot of us have very similar personality traits at times. So it'd be weird. It's like being with your brother or something. Let me see. Florida water. Yeah, y'all Florida women something different. I love having fun with y'all and talking with y'all, and yeah, because I know someone be like, God, body, talk about this and talk about. I got to have some fun with y'all too. I can't just talk about all serious stuff. I got to have some fun with y'all. You know, I love y'all. And I appreciate y'all all the support. Make sure y'all hit that like button. You know, Scorpio, we able to deal with, you know, the wild Southern women from Florida. We able to deal with the sexy, Southwestern wild woman from Texas. Cause you got to ride that cowgirl. We're able to deal with that hard city girl from NYC. We able to, cause of our experiences, because of the stuff that we've been through. We're able to handle the most strongest personalities. We able to attract some of the most strongest type of women, some of the most strongest type of people, some of the most different, most unique, most charismatic type of women, because we really experienced a lot. We really have a lot to bring to the table. We really are different from most, not because we just so special. It's just because we survived. It's a lot of people from my generation that's not here. There's a lot of people that didn't make it, that had a lot to bring to this period of time that we living in. And Scorpios, he's like the last of the dinosaurs. He's like the last of the dying breed, so to say. So a lot of Scorpios are very, very different. Very different. You're not going to don't try to blend him into no circles. Don't try to compare, because he's gonna always be unique. Your love for him is not going to be able to be duplicated with somebody different, because they're not going to have that same depth to themselves. Not because they might not be tall, or they not might not be, they probably tall, good looking. They can have everything that Scorpio man have, but they don't have that same depth to their love. They don't have that same passion. They don't have that same rebellious, crazy energy that keeps you on your toes. They don't bring that spark to you like a Scorpio man gonna do, because they didn't experience that type of life. They didn't experience that type of pain. They don't have that type of energy to connect with that piece of themselves. So you're not gonna find that in nobody else. Let me see. And I'm getting, I'm going hard with y'all. I don't know why I'm going. I forgot a full moon is coming. Oops. I might need to save my video for the full moon, because a full moon is coming. Oh no! But I'm still keep some videos coming from y'all. I can feel that energy definitely coming. I love y'all. And y'all let me know if y'all enjoying these videos. Don't just sit there. Let me know what's going on. Let me know if you're enjoying it. Let me know something, y'all. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all so much. But let me know if y'all up in here. If you're enjoying the video, let me know. Let me know where you from. If you just want to let me know where you from, let me know how long you've been watching. If you usually don't comment, let me know where you from. Let me know how long you've been watching. You know, I just want to show y'all some love before I get up out of here. I hit y'all with another one, so I might have to save the one that my friend wanted to do on Friday because I need to give y'all some time to catch up. I've been hitting y'all with so many videos because I'm so passionate about this, and I have so many different videos rolling for y'all, like I told y'all. So I hope y'all don't mind me pushing out so much content. I appreciate all of y'all. Like a lot of people that's different draw to me. People that experienced a lot. That's why a lot of times when y'all talk to me or y'all come to me, you will feel my genuine passion. Even if you feel my dark side, you know that I'm a genuine individual. You know what I'm saying? I'm a very real individual because of my experiences. That's why I draw so many different women that usually don't even trust women, let alone men. You know what I'm saying? But they'll trust me because they can feel that honest, genuine energy from me. They feel that love from me. They feel that dark, side of me, that experience, that understand what they're going through, because a lot of Scorpios experience very painful tragedies, very painful pieces of life. That's what makes you a healer. You, in order to be a healer, you have to you have to be a pain endurer. Also, you have to be a beacon of experience. You know what I'm saying? You can't just talk about something. You have to literally went through that road. You can't talk about scars unless you lost that patch of skin. You know, you can't have a paper cut and preach about scars because you know nothing about scars. Let me see. Y'all so quiet. I know when I get deep, y'all get real quiet. But let me know, y'all. Just let me know y'all in here. I know you listening, but let me know y'all in here. I got a very different type of audience. Y'all very different. Some of y'all, I could never even imagine some of the type of people that watch me because I know how different my personality is. So the ones that I don't know about, I can only imagine the type of I can only imagine the type of women that I know they pretty and they beautiful women and all that, but I know I got some characters that watch my videos because I know the ones I know for myself, they are definitely out of this world. With they different, so I know I can only imagine what type of people watch my videos. But I love y'all, and I appreciate it nonetheless. Y'all so quiet, so. Y'all let me know something. Can y'all comment? What's going on with y'all? Y'all give me a heart, give me something. I just want to know who up in here. It just feel like I want to know. I know my moderators in here. I love y'all, and I appreciate y'all. A lot of y'all come back and watch me later on, and I appreciate that. Is my lighting good? I made sure I had got some extra lighting for y'all. Do my lighting look good? Hey Lisa, what's going on? I just caught the live. Okay, thank you so much, Lisa. Is everything coming clear for y'all? Is my picture looking real clear? Y'all seeing that nice, good, clear visual. I made sure I got an extra light and everything. So y'all make sure y'all show me some love and hit that like button and support my video because I definitely put some effort to make sure this came out clear for y'all. Me, honey, I met a Scorpio and didn't know he watched me before we met. Oh, okay. Yeah, I should do a video on that, but I gotta let y'all catch up with these videos. You know, I'm gonna do a video called Before We Met. You know, but it's different types of meet and greets. I'm gonna talk about meet and greet Scorpios because it's different type of love connections. We got the women that we meet out of nowhere, where it's just like soon as we connect, soon as they see us, our energy draws the energy. Sometimes, a lot of times, draw the woman towards us because when you really feel that kindred love and that real attraction for that Scorpio, he's going to make you come out of your skin in a good way. You will find yourself approaching him. You don't even talk to nobody. You shy. You might be have more of a feminine personality. You will find yourself trying to talk to him. You will find yourself fidgeting and making small talk with him. You will find yourself blushing and let him know, hi, how you doing? Like, what is this beautiful, gorgeous lady? What does she want with me? Why is she like? We don't really get as time as Scorpio because we be like, she beautiful, but she probably see handsome guys every day. Why is she looking at me? Why is she paying attention to me? We don't really see what y'all see. Let me just say that the Scorpio make y'all understand that we don't really see what y'all see. We just you know just be regular. We just see it like, oh, I'm regular. There's plenty of people like me. Even though I realize the more I live and the more I experience, it don't matter if it's a European woman, a Japanese woman, an African woman, Jamaican woman, from she could be from California, Chicago, Detroit. They all of y'all tell me the same thing, that they never met nobody, like us. They never met nobody that ran across nobody like us. So it has to be some type of truth to it, because it don't matter what type of ethnicity or age group, y'all all tell me the same thing. So it got to be some type of truth that we are different. Let me see. I feel like a hostage. You is a hostage. You a hostage of love. I need to make a video. Hold on, that's a good idea. Let me write that down. I'm gonna work with that line. I'm gonna write from there. I'm gonna use that sentence and I'm gonna write it from there. You in trouble now. You done messed up and gave me an idea. Hostage to my love. Because you gonna be a hostage to love. A hostage to my love. A lot of women are hostage to my love. They don't even like watching my channel, but they are hostage to my love. they even if they try to unsubscribe and run away from my channel, I'm gonna be in your recommended for 2 years. You've been watching me so long, you ain't gonna be able to get me out your recommends for 2 years. Even if you even if you make a new channel, your God body video is gonna still be up, and you hostage to my love. That's why you can't get away from me. You can't get away from my videos. You might can't even stand me, but you a hostage to my love. You can't get out, and I'm not giving you the key. I'm not gonna give you the key. I'm trapping you in here. You in the God Body 2009 channel forever, forever, ever. You in here, baby. You in here when it's hot and it can be hot and muggy. You sweating out your baby hairs. You in here. I'm gonna trap you in here like a hot room with no air condition. You can't go nowhere. We in. It's love in this room. It's gonna be some love in this room, whether you like it or not. Get over yourself. Get over yourself. We gonna make this work. Let me see. My Scorpio watched me for 3 years. Yeah, cause you a hostage to love. You can't. Ain't no where you think you gonna go. You ain't going nowhere. What, you gonna find another God body video? Like, what you think? What you think this is? What you, even if you go to a whole different type of videos, you think you're gonna find? Is it gonna be like a God body? Is it gonna hit you like a God body video? Is it gonna make you act like you act with God body videos? Do you feel the same connection and the same personal interaction that you feel with the God body videos? No. Stop trying to fight it. Don't fight it. This is the don't fight it, okay? I know a lot of you that watch my channel, y'all be trying to fight it. A lot of y'all literally told me y'all want to fight it. Stop trying to fight it. Don't fight it. Stay connected to God body. Don't fight it. You'll be fine. Y'all try to run from my channel. Y'all try to, like, I can't watch you. I'm watching you too much. You Scorpions, like, I don't want to watch about Scorpions no more. I'm on a different phase. I don't need to work. Stop trying. Y'all some fight. Y'all like to fight it. Don't try to fight it. Don't try to make an excuse. You know, but I love y'all. Deep kiss. I love y'all. I appreciate the support. Make sure y'all like, make sure y'all donate, show that love if you can. But if you want to reach out to me, like I tell y'all all the time, make sure you reach out to me at 312-526-6350. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Pounds to all my bros that might watch the video later on. This is so early in the game, so I love y'all and I appreciate y'all so much. Let me know if y'all enjoy this transparent video, because this is different. I usually don't get to do it like this. So y'all let me know if y'all enjoy it, let me know. If you really got that real strong connection. This is a different video for me, so y'all give me your real feedback. I want to hear that from y'all. I want to hear it from, because some of y'all be like, I understand like the that I'm different. I understand that my videos be hitting you heavy, and I be trying to understand like how people react to stuff. But I just want to hear from y'all. Can you please react and talk to me? Say something back. I know a lot of y'all be like, "What did I just watch?" Or "What is like this is a different kind of video." Thank you so much, May Honey. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. You know, so understand this. I hope this understand. You know, give you some understanding on the darker side of the Scorpio. You know, I hope this gives you an understanding on the deeper side of us that a lot of times misunderstood. You know what I mean? So I love y'all. You know, I appreciate y'all. You know, thank you so much for watching, and make sure you tune in to my last videos, and I will see y'all soon. Peace. I just want to see something. I thought I seen something. Sorry, y'all. I'm just giving y'all, trying to give that person the extra little. Y'all still coming up, but I love y'all and I appreciate that.